trendsetters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in with some fresh left. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And out come the Lions for their first drive behind their 9th-year quarterback in year number 4 with Detroit. It's Jared Goff.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. Now it's Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Counter play, here's Gibbs.
And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
St. Brown motioning left.
Back to throw. Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Micah Parsons
has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. St. Brown in motion right.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Goff now looks to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
The Cowboys making their way out behind the NFL's leader in touchdown passes for 2023. In his 9th season now, Dak Prescott.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week.
Yeah! There we go! Right there! Here we go, 47! Here we go, go to 54, go to 50, hey, 47! 26!
Now Prescott. And this one's incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Left side to Lamb.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Cowboys at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. On the run, it's Dowdle.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Hey, kill!
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he rifles one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. We're scoreless after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. To throw is gone. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A running play. It's Dowdle.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
It's his 12th rushing touchdown, his 14th overall. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Vaughn.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Yeah, here we go. I take. We're going to 54. Why 47. 26.
Now Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
That's good for a Cowboy. Kill. 26.
Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go, 47.
To throw is Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. Hey, 47. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They run here with Dowdle.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here we go.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Here we go, 47. Gun. Hey, kill.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Dowdle is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Aubrey good with a PAT.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Chauncey Golston.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for him. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Here's Jack Fox on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they work this out past the 25. So we have come to halftime. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle headed back onto the field. And he's run well here in the first half of the season, no doubt. You can see the graphic. NFL leader in rushing coming into the weekend. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 6. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They run again with Dowdle. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Play action now. Prescott. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Prescott to throw it.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will return this one to the 30-yard. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Goff. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now Goff. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Bates' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Yeah, here we go. Go to 54, go to 54. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47. 46.
Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill, 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 kill. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 54, 1-8. 47. 26.
Prescott now. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, kill, kill. Yeah. Here we go. 26. 26.
Prescott yet again. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
That is inside the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Cowboys add 6 to their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Detroit back in possession of the football.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. In motion, the tight end. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now in Arlington. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Here's Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
Go to 54, go to 54. Why? Hey, 47. Hey, kill.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. 91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage,
and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And he's going to be touched down here. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Goff now looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the gun on third down, Goff.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Out of the gun, Goff.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Ball at the 23, second and 8.
Yeah! Here we go! Hey, kill! Here we go, 46! 26!
Now Prescott. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
47. Switch, tonight. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away.
He gets away from one. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now it's gone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again is gone.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Goff. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. And the Cowboys are able to recover.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Hey, kill. 40, it was 47. 26.
Throwing here, Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks from 6 yards away.
And the Cowboys have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now 2nd and 3.
To throw is Goff.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
51 yards.
And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle.
Offside.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag
Illegal
down.
touching. Offense.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why ain't? Hey, 47. 26.
Well, Prescott here to throw.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. Go to 53. Here we go. 46.
Prescott to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Here we go.
Throwing. Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go, 46. 26.
To the air again, Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
That is caught. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Touchdown!
C.D. Lamb
From 8 yards out.
And the Cowboys tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Aubrey now for the PAT.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that final kickoff concludes the ball.